What it is, people, it's your boy, MC Scoop, man. I'm back from the InsideScoop.com. I'm trying to tell y'all, fourth quarter, I'm going MJ on you. I'm going LJ on you. You feel me? It's like, no, but I have the beautiful, she's beautiful. She's so beautiful. I have the beautiful Carmen with me. So tell the people the name and where they can find you at. And
what's up, everybody? My name is Carmen Cameron. I'm a singer and a songwriter. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com, CarmenCamren. Or you can hit me on my Facebook page. It's Carmen Cameron. Carmen spelled the same way, but Cameron is Cameron. That's pretty much where I am on the internet.
Well, just let you know I'm following you. Yeah, and I'm
following you too.
All right, so you feel me? Hot five right there.
Up top.
Hey, she in. So y'all need to get in. So, hey, if you don't know our website and what we do, it's the InsideScoop.com, and that's with a K. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and like the Facebook page if you want. You know what I mean? Just Google us. You'll find us there. You feel me? But I gotta share my first experience with this cat.
Sorry.
You know? I gotta keep it 100 on this one. So, by the way, I was working with my business partner, James Patterson. You know, he has one of his clients, Dan the cameraman.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Dan was working on a video, so on some cross promotion. When we first started the site, I love the song, I love the sound, I love the look. I got your vision of it. So and then we just linked up from there, and then this is actually our first time meeting physically.
Yes.
But we've been talking back and forth for about a year.
Yes, but Scoop, like I've told you this before, but I'm saying again, thank you, because my first impression of you was that you didn't know me from any other girl in the city, but when it came down to supporting my video, you got us so many views just from the way you promoted on Twitter and the way your team attacked it. Like, I remember as soon as it dropped at 12 a.m., y'all were tweeting all night. We got it to the #1 trending topic in Baltimore that day.
Yes, we did.
We got 1,000 views that night alone and 5,000 views by the end of that week. So for me, not having a mixtape, not having a real single, you know, that just meant the world to me. Because it helped me, you know, plant my roots as a solo artist and introduce myself to my city as a new solo artist.
Well,
so thank you.
Well, no, thank you. So we just thanking each other. You just feel the love. I got nothing but love. So if you don't know me, I'm all love. So yeah, just hit us up if you want to do a spotlight. You know what I mean? Inside Scoop. And the email, you know, the email is also the scoop@theinsidescoop.com. So it's real easy. But the spotlight's on her today. You know what I mean? So how did you get into becoming a singer, a songwriter? Like, why? Like, what made you say, all right, this is what I want to do?
Well, to tell you the truth, I started out as a band geek. My mother is a singer, and my mother has a degree in music. And so she always had me in choirs and stuff, but I had terrible stage fright. Like, I never wanted to be looked at as a singer because I was afraid that I was going to be judged. And I love singing so much in secret that I never wanted anybody to hear. And, you know, so I sang in secret. Like, I literally would go and close the closet door and sing to the top of my lungs. I would act and I would sing plays in school, but that wasn't me. That was whatever character I was playing. So it was a different vulnerability that comes with standing up and saying, I'm Carmen, I know how to sing, I love the rhythms, you know? So my brother heard me singing one day. He came in the house, I was upstairs, my door closed, belting. He was like, was that you? He was like, it wasn't you. I was like, yes, it was. And he was like, you're lying, I'm doing it right now. So I was like, all right, I stood in the corner because I was still scared. I like turned my back to him and I started singing. And he was like, I'm telling the choir director, we were in Dunbar High School at the time. He's like, I'm telling the choir director he needs to sing. So the next day, he told the choir director he needs to sing. He made me sing in front of the whole choir and in front of the whole school. And I fell in love with singing at this point. So my band director kind of got mad at me because I put the choir over the concert band, because I only like the marching band. So, you know, he kicked me out the band. He made me learn the instrument and come back. So anyway, I was singing in the singing group at this point, and we were making a buzz in Baltimore. A couple of members shifted around, and you know, we got to the point now where we're out of high school, and we're like, do we want to go to college or do we want to sing? We thought we had no choice. We decided to sing. We moved to New York and moved bunch of bad boys. D Dot, you know. So these are people that make classic albums. So I just felt honored. But it was the skill. Writing really was a skill that I picked up to keep me going because I didn't want to be so hard. So that's how I got into writing. Talking to me in the studio and put me on the JV project. So I got that credit to that. Allowed me to help with the development of them. So.
Oh, now, this is Scoop talk. Now, it's cool. You talk a whole lot, but you doing our job. You just gave us the inside scoop. Inside scoop. I mean, that's the whole point. I don't care about that celebrity lives. I don't care about who you slept. I mean, different, different interview for different folks. But
different strokes for different folks, I guess.
You know what I mean? But no, I had to commend you because I'm a work person first. Like I love work. I see that you laid down your foundation, which you clearly will put you in that position right now. So tell us about your current affairs. Like, what's your current affairs right now? Like, what projects are you working on? And and I heard you just recently moved too.
Yeah, well, right now, I have some songs sitting in some places, and I'm hoping that they come out with some artists, So those things are in the pipeline. I'm working with a producer named Rocky in California who is working with Kendrick Lamar. He has his next single.
Oh, by the way, this side topic. Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you. I love that. The 12-minute. Yeah. Thank you. Love it.
Right. So Rocky's incredible. So he's working with him and some other people. Lil Wayne, he's got some stuff coming out. So we're doing, a lot of good work and stuff like that. I work with 1500 or Nothing. You can Google that name. If you don't know who 1500 or Nothing is, you can Google that name. But Mars over there has put me on a few things. And, in the studio, we got some things in Boston. I work with a producer named Dodge, who is working with Chris Brown. We had Chris Brown single not too long ago. I think the first single that came out when Carpet Diem was dropped. So, those are just a few other people I'm working with, and a lot of incredible musicians. I'm working with Leah Bell as a background singer. Yeah, she has a single called Sexified, so that's out right now.
Okay.
And,
So if I come to a Leah LaBelle show,
you're gonna see me right there.
so what's some of the
moves.
shows? So what's some of the past shows you done?
Oh, we performed at the Roxy in LA, which is a very historic kind of place. We performed at the Tribeca Grand, and we had L.A. Reid and Jermaine Dupri and Pharrell on stage with us, so that was incredible. We've done the Essence Music Festival, we've done Howard's Homecoming, so it's incredible. We're doing the Bahamas in a few days. So we're just waiting on a tour.
Yeah, she's working right now. You're working. So you want to definitely keep the work going.
Yes.
So
That's the plan.
that's the plan. We gotta stick to the plan, people. We stick to the plan, people. So I thank you for coming to kick it with me. I'm not letting you go yet. You're halfway. She's halfway done. Nah, but so I know before we started this interview, I remember we was discussing and you was telling me about tell me some of your favorite things about LA. And then what's the difference? And once you tell the things you like about LA, what's the difference from your hometown, Baltimore?
Okay. I love LA. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about LA. Sometimes they tell you, oh, everybody's phony, you're not gonna like it. But I said this on the interview before. If you grew up in Baltimore City or in any city where you're struggling to fight for peace or what everybody wants, if you ain't used to phoniness, if you can't handle yourself amongst people that might be a little phony, then you might as well quit now. So I never took that as what my LA experience was gonna be. So I just love palm trees. I love the mountains. I love being able to get up and hike in the morning and connect with the earth in ways that I've never been able to. I love the laid-back spirit of the people. I love the fact that you walk down the street and people are smiling and waving at you.
Yeah.
Hi.
And no offense,
It's
but
a
like,
beautiful thing.
if I would go down, if I walk down Monument or North Avenue right now and I say, hello, good morning, they're gonna look at me like, what?
What
What you trying? What
You
you
tell
up
me
to?
what you want.
What, you about to sell something?
Right.
I don't want no oils.
Right. So, I love the fact that when you open That's how people get looking for an opportunity. They lead you to it with no sense of reservation. It's like, oh, you can sing. I know a person that plays and you can sing. You want to do it. I know this. Run the background singer. I know about this audition. You want to be an actress. I know about this acting. And people are just people that I've come across are very open and friendly, and they want to share the life. They want to share the opportunity. Like this is nothing.
Give it to me straight. You taught the club, you worked the club, you met club, you had a couple drinks with club. So, how is club? Like, is it really up to character that club? Because, shout out to Los, by the way. Everybody else that's working, but the conversation on him because he has a project coming out with
Yeah.
Daddy, you know what I mean? And
Yes,
Bad
he
Boy.
is. He is doing his thing, and I've heard some of the things on his project. It's pretty incredible. So shout out to Los Becoming King. I see that. And he keeps me right there in the loop with him. Los will call me like, babe, that's at the studio now. Come on, let's go. Where you at? About to come get you. Come on. And that's it. I'm kidnapped after that. I'm kidnapped. It's a wrap. But I love working with Puff. I'm sure, just like I was a different person 10 years ago. I was a live white. I was off the chain. I was rowdy. I was from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
You was about that life.
I was about that life. And as the years have progressed and I've learned different things about myself and just the way the world works, I've evolved into this different person. So I'm sure you can hear different stories about me along that path and along that journey. So I can't speak for anybody who has a nightmare story about Puff because, like I always say, from the moment I met Puff, he's been nothing but courteous to me. He put his name on that paper and, opened the doors for me publishing-wise. He's given me lots of opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I wasn't working with that camp. So, and he's a very intelligent person. He's a great person to be around and absorb his energy and watch how he moves. It's like getting a Harvard education. You know what I'm saying? He's hilarious. He has a sense of humor that's really funny. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't expect it, but he got jokes. You know what I'm saying? He's got jokes. He got jokes. He's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
Did he ever send you to get some Campbell's for breakfast?
Never.
Or cheesecake?
Never.
Just had to ask. That's just
Yeah.
that.
He has it. So I have nothing but good stories about that period of my life because it opened doors for me that I wouldn't have walked through on my own.
So that's great, man. And can we get a little, not too touchy, but I want to touch the water.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about like your downtime?
Yeah,
Your down, like the times when it was hard, but it's all about resilience.
Yeah. This is a funny story.
See, inside
So-
school people, I'm trying to tell you.
I've told this story before, but it's funny. I was living in New York, and I was writing for all these kids, and the producer that I was working for had convinced me that I wasn't good enough to be a solo artist, that nobody would ever pay attention to me as a solo artist, and that I should just write for him and help him get his artist on because that was my true talent. And I was in a low place, and I said, you know what, I never really wanted to be a solo artist. I liked the camaraderie, I liked being in a group and harmony, but I never wanted it to be all about me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this writing thing out. So before that, I would just write a song here and there in my group, but I hadn't focused on it. So I was writing for these kids, and these kids are doing great, and I'm developing these acts, and they're getting the attention of like the whole city. And then the producer is keeping me in the dark because he don't have no paperwork on me, and he don't have this and that on me, so he can't make the money off of my publishing. So he's passing my songs off like they the artist songs, so he can get them publishing deals because they're signed to him.
Royalties.
Right.
That's crazy.
So it was a dark period for me because I felt like I was doing so much, even down to I had been taken under Jack Knight's wing. And Jack Knight would wake me up. It was like school. I had to report to the studio at 9 a.m. It was several days I woke up on the boards, like, yo, it's 7 a.m. I'm still here. We finished writing this song. I go home, eat lunch. I had to be back by 6 p.m. Then go home at 3, had to be back by 9 a.m. Like, I was getting groomed. But I just felt scared. Like, what if this happens to me again? Like, what if I give all of my resources and all of my love and all of my life and nothing happens to me? And I called myself, I had a little bit of money, and I ran off to Miami, took a trip with my friends. And when I got to Miami, I found out that they were having, Kathy Hughes was having a big yacht party with all the executives, all Radio 1 people and everything. So I was like, I have to stay down here. I have to stay down here. So all my friends was like, well, the trip is over on Wednesday. I was like, man, I'll stay down here by myself. So I had to stay, kept the room for 2 extra days. I was in Miami just by myself. Nobody was with me. Trying to get on this boat because I felt like that's where I was supposed to be. So I lost my phone in the sand. So I'm in Miami, I'm on the beach, lost my phone in the sand, have no way for anybody to contact me, and I'm trying to get on this boat. So on this boat with all these executives. So money got low. That night, hotel didn't have anything available for me. So I had to go home. So I go home, and I was just like in that state of like ready to give up. Like, I hope this really, works out for me, but what if it don't? I'm so discouraged. I was thinking about everything that had gone wrong. I get home, and Jack Knight, I called Jack as soon as I get home because I know I gotta check in. Where you been for the past 3 days, man? Couldn't get in touch with you. I'm like, I know, Jack, lost my phone in the sand, blah, blah, blah. He like, report to the studio. Tomorrow morning, you have a session with Day 26. So I was like, damn. And he was like, and it's gonna be filmed, and you're working with Brian Cox, so get here. And I'm like, I was so pressed to be on that boat. You know what I'm saying? So pressed, thinking that's where I was supposed to be. That I had to lose my phone and not have a place to stay to end up where I was supposed to be. And that's when I learned that lesson that it's not about the way I think it's supposed to happen. It's the way God wants it to be for me. So needless to say, we did the session, we wrote the song, and it ended up being my blessing, my breakthrough. That was exclusive with Day 26. That's how I.
So hold on, you did exclusive?
Yeah, I wrote exclusive.
This girl right here.
I wrote exclusive with Day 26. So and I did that with my boy Keelan. Shout out to Keelan. But a lot of times when I was in my darkest phase of not knowing what to do, I just had to like stretch out and just give it to God and be like, you know what? It's in your hands. It might not happen the way I want it to happen. It might not. My vision, might have been put in place for me to encourage myself, but you might have a different plan for me. And I started listening to things different. I started listening to simple stuff in life, and I started being able to follow his instructions. Because I always reflect and never forget the things and the signs that I missed. So I started paying attention to the signs. And then even this time before I went to LA, I had an agenda. I was shooting this 3-part series of a video that I wanted to connect like a year. I was carrying a lot of the weight. I don't have a manager. Like, I can get this stuff done on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I carried a lot of the weight, and it didn't flow right. Like, it wasn't flowing like it did with Say That You're in Love. So I had already told myself I was going to take a trip to LA, and my girls were calling me like, you just need to come out here. And I'm like, no, I need to get this work done. And I was hearing instructions like I had a session that I had to be at, but I really wanted to be with one of my friends at the time, but I couldn't spend that time with my friend because I had to go to New York for the session. And then there was something else that I wanted to do, but I had to do this. So it was like my needs were getting in the way of the stuff that I wanted the most, and I wanted it so bad that I couldn't because my needs were giving me instructions that were getting in the way of my wants, and I couldn't stop it. And I knew what the right decision was. So it was painstaking. And it just got to a point where all of that, deciding what was right for me and what was wrong for me, and where I should be, and what am I missing out on, and am I doing this the right way, it got so heavy that I said, F it all.
You gotta let it go.
I'm going to LA for 2 weeks and just clear my mind. So I get to LA, and we party it up. That release that I need, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
You take me next time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the Clippers game.
I live there now, so we can do the Clippers game. I I told you that Clippers before the Lakers, but
She
we can
said
hit the
that, though.
Clippers
She said
game.
that. I'm a
Only
Wizards
time
fan.
we can go see the Lakers is when they play the Heat. Or unless I'm singing the national anthem.
And that's
That's the deal.
that's the deal. Yeah, you see us
So-
at the Staples Center sometimes.
Right. So I get to LA, and we at R&B Live, and this their like 30th, some year anniversary, and it was cracking. Every celebrity that was anybody that was in LA that night was in R&B Live. So I'm like, I need to sing here. This needs to go down. So next week, I go and I sing, and when I get off stage, I'm like, I'm looking for avenues. I'm talking to the owner. I'm like, I'm looking for avenues. I want to sing. I want to get out there. So if any artist comes through that needs a background singer, can you please just let me know? I'm gonna leave my information with you. I'll come back out here. They're like, well, we want you on our stage. We about to revamp our whole show. So, if you're trying to get down, you got a job. So this is my second week in LA. So I'm like, shit, I'm staying. So I'm like, all right, well, I had a writers conference coming out with EMI. So I was like, well, this'll keep me here a little longer. I can meet some more people before EMI or whatever. So the week of the EMI conference came, and that was the week I was supposed to go home. So did the conference, got a call that week from one of my friends, like, yo, you ever heard of Adam Blackstone? He's having an audition for Leah LaBelle. And I had just seen Leah LaBelle's work at the EMI conference, and I'm at the table, and I'm taking notes. Like, I dig this girl. She's like, to me, she's like Alicia Keys, but like doper. But like, I'm like taking all these notes, because I'm like, maybe I could write for her, because it seemed like we kind of out. She got that soul vibe, I got that soul vibe. We would connect. Yeah, we would connect. So I knew nothing about the audition at this point. So then the third day the conference passes, and then that Thursday I get a call like Saturday you got an audition for Leah LaBelle. So I'm like, that's the girl I liked from the conference. I'm like, hell yeah. So I walk into the audition, and I see these girls in the hallway dancing, doing moves, and they hit me like that dance class every day. Like, these girls are hitting it, and I'm like, this is not for me. I was like, I don't know how to dance. I've done some two-steps in my girl groups before, but not this. So I was about to leave. I was like, thank you so much for inviting me out. I was talking to Adam's assistant, like, but I don't know how to do this. And she was like, just give it a go. You just never know. You just do what you can. Ain't nobody asking you to be perfect. It's an audition. So I was like, cool. Shout out to you, because you kept me there. Well, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry right now, but sweetest girl ever. She kept me there. So,
Just slip your mind.
just slipped my mind. Anyway, I start I learn a routine, and I'm getting it. I go in there and I sing. So then I'm okay, cool. So I start doing the routine, and I'm doing my dance moves, and I forget it. And then I just get this groove that I do in the club. And that happened to be what they were looking for, somebody who had that groove. So they let me go for an audition and said, okay, we'll let you know. I'm not really dancing, but I was really dedicated, and if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and if I get this, you're going to be like that. So I didn't get anything for a whole month. So that kept me in LA for another month. Because I'm like, well, shit, I got the audition, I can't leave now, and since I got a job, now I'm earning money. Yeah, now I had to write a
And
conference.
you just went out there 2 weeks to clear your
Right,
mind.
2 weeks just to clear my mind.
Just to clear your mind.
Right, so then we've had the writers conference, so now I'm connected with more writers. I'm connected with Jukebox, I'm connected with Lil Eddie, I'm connected with all these people that's doing it from my camp. So I'm like, alright, now my network is growing in LA. So then, I'm getting into hiking, I'm working out, taking care of myself. I'm like,
Your body looks
Oh,
good.
thank you.
Amazing shape, by the way. I wish you could see it, but okay.
So I get the call that I got a job with Leah LaBelle like a month later, and I flipped my wig. Like, I lost it. I was so happy. And showed up the next day and was working with Tina Robinson.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, she's choreographed Michael Jackson, all of the lead stuff, so many movies that you probably don't even know, commercials. This is just like the queen of choreography. Like, who would not want to work with Tina Robinson? So the next day my life.
And Well.
Man, that was.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy. But you know, I got the inside school
Let's
question.
keep going.
Let's keep going. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. First one is easy. I want, if you haven't never been watched or heard, shout out to the Inside Scoop, the end show that's coming to Morgan State. Shout out to all my MCs, by the way. I will be having my own show with DJ Flo, College Prince up Morgan State. Shout out to Flo, shout out to me, all my peoples over there. But yeah, we having a show.
Up top.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so if you haven't heard the show, because I know sometimes this interview may be past dated, so we get up and running. The Inside Scoop, it's our job to get the Inside Scoop from a very unorthodox point of view. So now, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, very unorthodox. I don't care about the Twitter stuff. I'm not here for that. That's not really nothing anyway. Unless you get it straight from the source, like we are. That's the Inside Scoop for you. So I want to know if you haven't had no food, you was working out, singing, crazy hangover the night before. What's your favorite meal?
Oh, shrimp wrapped in bacon, fried over some grits.
Hold on. Get that.
This is the kind of stuff we do at my house in LA.
Oh, right. Yo,
We
I need to
come in from the club. We start the night off with some honey jack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, but I do the honey jack on ice.
Yeah, honey jack is pretty smooth. And then we have a blast, and we come home, and in the middle of the night, we will cook something like shrimp wrapped in bacon and put it over grits and throw down.
Just throw it out.
And throw down.
Just throw down. All right, so
Or like any sort of like chips and salsa, anything like that when we get in the house with us.
so now you wanna get on the good side, cook. So that's just one. So the second question is, right? Love or money?
Love.
Okay. Now some people say money, but why love?
Because you can have all the money in the world. People, you can buy a lot, but I've just from my experiences alone, I've had some amazing, wonderful, fun times with no money because I had love. I had the love and support of my family and friends. So what happens if you choose money over love and then the money runs out? Love is forever. Love doesn't run out. We don't always know how to handle love and how to deal with love. That's why it's important to be patient with love. And I've had some experiences where love led to money because that person that I love was a light for me. That led me to some things. So I say love over money any day. 2 people that love each other can put their hands together and find a way to make some money, especially if I'm one of them.
You heard it here, so.
I'm a hustler and get the money. I'm a hustler, so I ain't sweating money.
All right, so yeah, that's pretty good. My last question. Can you sing for me right now?
Oh,
Anything.
man.
Yes, I know. I couldn't tell you, but that was the last one. I had to bite it.
I will love you anyway, even if you cannot stay. I feel you are the one for me. Here's where you ought to be. I just want to satisfy you. You're not mine, can't deny you. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing, I hear you. Don't you know you're my everything? Yeah. Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Yes, you are.
I feel special. You know what I mean? She blew me away, so I hope she blew y'all away too. So I want to thank you again.
Thanks for having me, Scoop.